Good afternoon, everyone. This is Wyatt Mitchum here, coming with you with a TED Talk for kinesiology. Alrighty, so this TED Talk is on functional training. If you don't know what functional training is, by definition, it's bringing real-life situational needs and constraints to the training environment. Now, the goal is to maximize transfer, which is actually one of the best ways to monitor how well the person is learning. It's characterized by adaptability within motor behavior while accomplishing the task goals and accounting for individual, environmental, and task challenges. Dynamic systems theory. All right. So what it is adding tools at the right time. It means using external environmental cues to help train the athlete. What it doesn't mean is using those in the wrong way. Someone tried to talk about using functional training as in doing handstands to maximize the core, but that wouldn't transfer to a sport like football where you aren't walking on your hands. So what makes it different than conventional training? Conventional training is to maximize the abilities, while this is actually just to transfer the abilities. Now what this actually really does, it bridges the gap between training and practice, because in practice you're using the environment obviously, where in training you're usually not. So you're actually putting them together. It makes for good motor learning. So what would be considered functional between these two exercises for football? Front squats or leg extensions? The answer is front squats. The reasoning behind that, although they both train the quadriceps, is that front squat is functional in the way that you're able to use that on a football field, where if you're using leg extensions, you're not going to be able to sit and extend your legs to build quadricep muscles and utilize that on the field. So my future career path is physical therapy. However, later on in life, once I retire, I would love to be a high school football coach, or obviously a greater level, but that probably will never happen. So some of the most important attributes for football, which is the motor skill, or the place where I will be doing my functional training. Some of the most important attributes: speed, strength, power, agility, and acceleration. Now, especially for any athlete, really, using a weighted vest to similarize the athlete with added weight to the body in order to train from even a lying position, jumping up to do sprints, is something that could actually translate to the football field. If they're knocked down and they have to get back up, that weight will be already in their minds on how to get back up at the best pace and to get to top speed. Now, especially for wide receivers who start out in a two-point stance, like so, you're going to have them start in that position and then sprint with the weight attached to their backs with these sled sprints. That'll build acceleration and it'll build a top speed. The reasoning behind that is it trains those muscles, and with that added weight, you're going to be faster. All right, so for linemen especially, while bench press will help build strength in the athlete, the best variation would actually be to use a jammer. The reasoning for this being is that they're in that position whenever they're blocking, rather than being like this. And we could also use varying grips, so even having our athletes use a different type of barbell. And it also utilizes leg strength and core strength in the exercise. Functional training allows better performance than traditional because transfer is available. While traditional training may not transfer, functional training absolutely does. All right, so this is a quote from the second greatest coach of all time, because Bill Belichick, best coach of all time, winning isn't everything, it's the only thing, and functional training will get you there.